Hey guys, how's it going? All right, come and stamp, well, create, I guess, because part of it's stamping and part of it is stenciling. A winter goddess with me. So I've been thinking on my day off today that it's getting close to bedtime. So it's coming to a close and I'm getting a bit, but I've been looking. I went out tonight and just at the beautiful snow hanging on the trees. And sometimes I'm like, blah, snow. But I'm trying to, I used to be a lot better at it. Now it presents some problems of its own, but there's still a lot of beauty, in the, oopsie, changing of the seasons. We're going to cover that little whoops right there up. It's fine. These are really cool stencils, so. And I started to use this stencil. Actually, this was a cool one as well with eyes. Look at the little antlers. And yeah, that's a cool one too. So we might have to do something else with that. That was just stenciled in Morning Mist. But anyway, so while I'm out with the dogs and just looking up at the trees and thinking about nature and whatever, I decided to just slow down and like appreciate it, enjoy it for what it is, and stop with the worrying, with the stress, with the anything, and just enjoy the rest of my day, or night as it is. I'm more of a night person, especially even when I get happy. It's just at night. I don't know why. Just gonna try to get that off the edges a little bit right there. I had to do some stamp surgery. I just could not find a nice little, I needed it smaller than this really, but it was a Unity stamp and you know how good they are, and so I hate to cut stamps. I just talked about that in one of the other videos, I think, but I did it for this one, so it might go back there. I don't know. But I do have similar ones, but just I needed kind of this size. So we're starting off in Lavinia Stamps and the Elements ink in a pine. I think that's what I'm going to do, yeah. We're just going to go with that. So we're trying to make sort of a circle around her a little bit. And I think, yeah, that's supposed to be there. The ink is not, but I'm not hitting the ink, so I think we're going to be okay on that. I'm going to bring it out a little bit wide just so I can sweep it around the bottom too. Oops, I brought the whole pad. I got to try not to touch it with inky hands. We're going to try to loop it and sweep it, you know what I mean? But anyway, as we circle her, we should circle ourselves in love in this season and in understanding, and that we can't do everything, and we shouldn't have to keep up with everything and everybody and every whatever. Just take a moment to go back and breathe, and it'll be okay. So just appreciate what's real. And I swear, I say it all the time, but this season we rush so much and we put so much pressure on ourselves as women, just as people in general, not just women, but especially women, I think, to do everything and be perfect and be the hostess and be, lots of things, and have everything turn out like it's in a magazine or something, and it's not. So, okay, so it's a little bit crooked circle. It's more like an oval. That's okay. Again, see, part of it, just breathe and let it go. All right. So then we could clean it off a little bit. I don't think it's gonna, this is darker, so this is the olive color. So we're just gonna kind of go basically over and a little bit upper too. And let me turn that off. Just trying to get kind of an extra layer on here. So it kind of shows. But I just mainly want the two colors. But just, I don't know. We're all goddesses in our own right anyway, right? We just have to remember it, own it, and sometimes put ourselves first, because we tend to put ourselves last, it seems like, or at least I do. Did not used to be so bad at that, but, you know, could have been a little bit darker right there, I think. Okay, let me deepen up this so it's more like, oh my god, okay. Focus here just a second. Just gonna widen that out there just a little bit. That'll work. And we're going to go on to the, I'm sorry, I'm probably not in frame, inner a little bit here. Okay. All right, close enough. It looks like a hot mess right now, but it'll look better. So now, somewhere, here it is, I have this little berry branch. And I'm going to use, it's an odd color, but it kind of works, I feel like. See what you guys think. But you wouldn't think of it with this exactly, but I think it works because we're going to color the berries kind of a red anyway. And it'll be okay. You'll see what I'm saying here. So some are going to show, and then some not so much. And you'll just see the little pops of, oh, there's a comment. Hello, Tony. I love, I don't know. Do you guys ever watch Tony's Magical Arts and Crafts? She is amazing. She did a moon wreath. If y'all have not watched that, y'all have got to, actually, I need to go comment on that, because I talk about I miss comments and whatever, and please comment and blah, 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 and then I don't do it myself. So, but I loved her moon wreath. So go check that video out. It's probably a few back now, but because she does amazing videos pretty much every day, it seems like. Girl's got skill. But anyway, I think I'm going to come out a little bit here. But anyway, just honor yourselves and the cycles of the season is what I'm saying. And try to enjoy it and slow down, because I do think that's where I was going a while ago, is when I said, I say it all the time. I think it was actually meant to not hibernate, not like we're not bears necessarily. I feel like a big old bear sometimes, but, you know, to slow down. This is the season to go inward and to just stay warm and stay in and, you know, things. But, okay, I'm going to do one more little one right up here. But I'm going to turn it this way. I might do one on the outside. I don't want to get too many, but, you know, we can add more in a few minutes if we need to. Okay, so, sleeves back up here. I'm going to do this one. No, yeah. I'm going to do just around, try to touch like the middle so I don't smudge it real bad. The corners here, just a little color, the colors of the season. Okay. But yeah, when you stop a minute and try to appreciate it instead of cursing the snow and like, ah, I never want to see you again, you know, then try to just look at the beauty. And there is a lot of beauty there. I mean, it is gorgeous. it's still, you know what, to drive in and to whatever. It's real life is not going away. But I do think we rush so much. We just don't appreciate, you know, every season and what it truly has to offer anymore. Because every season is beautiful, and, you know, and I know we don't all experience seasons the same. Like right now, as it's starting to get hot here, I know my buddy Misty in Australia is experiencing the warmth, and you know, so we're all experiencing something different on this big old globe. But embrace where you are, what's going on there. And all right, so you see how it has, like, that's not where it didn't stamp. It just has like a little tiniest whatever. So I want to keep the outside color, so I'm just coloring in the inside a little bit for that pop of red. And this is a cardinal, so I wanted kind of a cranberry kind of red. And so you'll just have to kind of follow along. It's a little hard to see over here on some of them where they are, but I feel like those little pops of red will just, you know, can weave a crown of berries for your head if you want. That'd be nice. Anyway, so it is back to work for me tomorrow, so I'm probably just going to upload this tonight. I don't know why I don't stretch my videos out, but if I do a bunch, I just want to upload them right then. Sometimes I'll try to stretch them out and keep them back and whatnot, but I just get excited, and then I'm like, ah, so I just post them. And I don't know, I'm just happy to be crafting, and there's 1,000 other things I could be doing, but trying to just push that aside and just focus on a little bit of crafting tonight. And while the day did not go, if you saw my last video, just as planned, it's still a beautiful day. The sun was out, like it was melting, the snow, actually, somewhat today. It didn't take it all away, of course, but it was starting to melt. But it was this morning, it was still beautiful and hanging on the trees, and out this way, it still is tonight. We don't get as much sun that way as we do this way, but like the front versus the back or whatever. I think my favorite thing about snow is past the first thing is probably how it hangs on the trees, and then the second part is like the light it gives. Like when I raise my shades or blinds or whatever, like it's just like this powerful bright white light. I love it, and I don't know, it just like lights up the whole house and the room, and it's great. So anyway, y'all know what I'm talking about. Okay, so, and you know, I was cutting some basket things earlier or whatever, and I didn't have a lot left. And I probably should add pine, but this is like mistletoe or something. And so you can add what you want. It doesn't have to be this necessarily, but I thought that would be a nice touch. And then this really pretty metal snowflake. So we can add that there. But before I do that, I'm going to bring up the old splatter box. You'll probably get tired of seeing this. And I'm going to splatter in jet black first, and then I'm going to do some white. And this is going to, to me, it's like the splatter totally brings it all together. So it just brings, okay. I'm going to stop with the black, but pick up on the white. I'm just going to shake it. I don't really know if it, ooh, it's a little loose. Hang on, let me get a paper towel here. Apparently I didn't tighten that back. But I was just wondering if it really needs to be shaken a lot, but I hear a ball in there, so maybe the harder you shake, you know, the more intense the white is. So we're just going to let each little snowflake fall here. Trying to get some right there at the top, but it's going everywhere but. Good enough. Now, just like, I swear, I use the Wink of Stella on everything. I think I'm starting to use this spray mist on everything too. So we'll have to decide if we want a little misty mist, or I don't know if that would, I probably should have done the mist first and then the mica, you know, and then the white after. But I'm going to reach up and try to, no, not that one. Oh, okay. This one, Frozen Fog. That sounds nice in the winter, doesn't it? Well, not the drive-through, but in the bottle anyway. Just going to shake it for a few minutes. I do have bad news, though. Y'all have heard me talk about my neighbor, Billy. And my dad was going to see him in the hospital and different things. And he did finally pass away. So, I do hate that. I mean, I guess it's no kind of life to lay there either. But still, just sad. Losing a good neighbor. But, and I think that's when I mean, my dad talked to him all the time, but when I talked to him the most was the winter season. And he would call in big snows, or if the power would go off, he'd call a lot. And because none of our phones would work except our house phone, so we still had like the landline, you know. And most people just still have the cell phone or whatever, so they don't even know what a landline is sometimes. But yeah, so now, you know what, I think these need one little hint of Frozen Fog. Just a wee bit. Just so it kind of matches everything else. Maybe we could do it down here. That might be nice too. I think. And the snowflake there as well, or I don't know. We got a second. Do y'all have a second? I have a second. We can just play around with it and see. I do kind of feel like I should cut some pine needles and put there though. Okay, I kind of like that. All right, we're gonna go with there. Okay, glue. But yeah, it's sad. Good neighbors are hard to come by these days. And he was not, we did find out from his niece that he was not 64, like he told the ambulance driver. My dad thought that was a little young, but he wasn't exactly sure how old he was. But she's like, no, he's 71. So, you know, maybe he was a little out of it. Maybe he didn't know. Maybe he just didn't want them to know. Who knows? Like I said, he was a very private kind of person. But we'll miss him. But as the wheel turns here, the seasons of the year, I guess, those things do happen. Life is all about seasons, right? And we're only here for a season, I guess. So, ourselves. All right, so I'm going to put that on. Oh, that's pretty. Just look at that glue, how perfect that did. All right, so I'm just going to add that there. And we are basically done. So anyway, here she is. And so this is just a reminder to just embrace the beauty of every season and honor yourself tonight. This season in general. Don't just do it for a night, because we're gonna need it a lot longer, y'all. Okay, guys, I'll talk to you later. Bye.